All right, we are live. Hello,
Yay.
everybody. And we're a few minutes early. That is beautiful. Hello, everyone. So come on in. And as you are coming into our Real Women Facebook Live chat on a Wednesday night, we'd ask that you would share. That's exactly what I'm about to do. Please come on in, get settled, get your water, get your coffee, get your tea, and come on in for a good 30, 35 minutes of a wonderful conversation about you. We are real women and we are ready to have a real conversation for real women. Join us right now and invite someone else to join us. Okay, go ahead and start. I'm looking down because I'm sharing. I'm hoping that you're doing the same thing. Let somebody know that we're on and we are ready to pour in. And we're not just going to have a discussion amongst ourselves, we want to have a dialogue with you. So get ready to say hello to us. I'm looking for some hellos. Tell us who's here and let us know that you are joining us tonight. We would love to have you. We have an incredible conversation and an incredible guest with us tonight. So please join us and share. Let someone know that we're on. I think I'm done with all of my shares. I'm about to press the button and I'm good to go.
And go.
Yep, I have done it. All right. So let me know that you shared. I'm looking for you in here. I'm looking for your
Yeah.
comments. I see some folks. Hey. All right. There's B. There's Jean. All right. There's Lynette. I thank you all for joining us. We've got a couple of minutes, but I know how to spend these couple of minutes. We're going to talk about some things that we have coming up. And so this is our Real Women Facebook Live chat. We do this every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. We give you a sneak peek into a conversation, a real conversation with real women. And we invite incredible women doing incredible things to tell their stories, what their work is, what they are doing. And in the midst of it, you find you find a lot of things that you have in common with them. You get inspired and motivated by them. And then sometimes you're able to utilize some of the work and services that they provide. And so this is one of those conversations. Invite someone in with you, say hello, let someone know that you're on. Do a watch party, girl. Just go wild. We're ready for these.
That's right. I just
30
started a
minutes.
watch party. Yes, that's what I
Yes.
did. I started a watch party.
Do it. Thank you,
Yes.
Delaina. This is going to be amazing. So, my name is Trinace Richardson. I am the founder of Real Women, and we exist to create safe spaces for women to do personal development work on themselves. We do that through sister circles. We host monthly sister circles. We host them in person in the DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia area. We've also taken Real Women on the road to many states, and we've also gone across the globe to have a Real Women on the road experience. And so we are looking forward to coronavirus dissipating so that we can begin that again. But until then, we are meeting virtually in virtual spaces on a monthly basis. In fact, we're not just meeting monthly, we're meeting twice a month. And so this coming Saturday, we invite each and every one of you to join us for our Real Women Sister Circle that will be virtual at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. This Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The topic for this one is healing from guilt and shame. Hello, somebody. And
A good
so,
one.
isn't that good? If you have dealt with any guilt and shame from any past, present incident, tragedy, trauma that you've dealt with, anything that you just cannot seem to move past, you want to be a part of this session coming up this Saturday. It is free of charge to you. We have an all access membership for those who are connected to us on a regular basis, and we have so many more benefits for them. But we invite you to join us this Saturday, and we'll tell you more about it. You can find out more information at realwomenrock.org. Again, realwomenrock.org. That information is in the chat, in the heading, and you can share that with someone. We have all of our information on social media as well as on that website. So we invite you to join us. I am like 60 seconds or less from this 8 o'clock hour. And so we are ready to get started. I'm so excited about this. I'm going to go ahead and put this gallery view up, girl, because we are ready. We are ready to have conversation. And listen, this is not just a one-way conversation. Delaina and I are going to talk to each other, but we're talking to you all too. We're going to answer some questions that you all have. We are going to read your comments. We want to exchange with you as well. And so we'd ask that you would join us in this conversation. I got some questions for you all and not just Delaina, so please join us, all right? Okay, so the topic tonight is we need to get consistent with our health goals. It's just time. It's time to get consistent. And I know we start off at the beginning of the year with a goal, and it's not even 30 days before we let it go. And then Rona just came in and took us out.
Way out, just took you way out. Yeah,
way out. And so I did not want to have this conversation by myself because I have not always been consistent with my goals. But I tell you what, Delaina, I went to yoga today.
Oh, I was getting ready to say, go ahead and spill the beans and tell them where you were at.
Spill the beans. I'm just coming back and I'm glowing because of it. I'm glowing. And so as a result, I'm learning how important consistency is. And I want you to talk about it because let me tell you, this woman is a powerhouse. We've had the blessing and the opportunity to be on panels together, to be in the same room together. And I just admire the work that she does because she is, I believe it's her life mission to just make sure we are healthy and whole from the inside out. And it really starts with our health goals. And so I'm going to turn it over and let you introduce yourself and tell our listeners what you'd like for them to know. But this is what I want to know from y'all, because there's a lot of y'all out there right now. Here's the key. This is what I want to know from you right now. How would you describe your level of consistency while she's introducing herself with your health goals? How consistent are you with your health goals? You can just say, I'm very consistent. Oh, it's really not, it's a touch and go. It's a roller coaster ride.
Absolutely.
I have fallen off the wagon and I can't get up. Just let us know what's going on with
falling off the wagon and the wagon is gone.
Right. There's no wagon anymore. The wagon left. So Delaina, thank you for being here. Talk to us while they let us know where they are with their consistency.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for having me on your show and having me as part of your Real Women community. I absolutely appreciate that. I'm Delaina Watkins, and as she said, it is my life's mission to work with women on their goals to live a healthy life, regardless of your age. We should experience, it is our birthright to have health and wellness at every age and every stage of life. And so that is my mission. And I do that through individual coaching, group coaching, my programs, my products, and those are my services. And then my voice stretches wide and far with, of course, going live, my posts on social media, through my websites, through speaking, and then now my national television show that airs on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Promote Her TV channel. Woo! So tonight, yes, I have an episode.
Let's just pause and celebrate.
Celebrate.
Hold on. I want you to repeat it. Let's just pause and celebrate that right there.
Pause. Yes. Pause. And I forgot to say that it is a woman-owned, Black-owned, all-female women channels, shows on the channel. So that those three things are enough to be celebrated. So yes, it is going wide on Fire Stick, Amazon, Roku, streaming on your devices, whether it's Apple or Google Play. And then also on the promotertv.com. So regardless of how you're able to watch it, you can get access to the show. So again, those are my platforms that I utilize to spread my message about health and wellness among women. Again, we deserve, it is our birthright to experience health and wellness at any age, and we do not deserve to be distracted from that goal.
That is so good. Delaina, we have a lot of women on right now. And so this topic is hitting home for us because we know what we're supposed to do. And we may start.
And, you know, in alignment. Yeah, it's in alignment that you had me on tonight's show, because even tonight, my episode that's going to premiere tonight will be a continuation of our topic tonight. So I'm going to drop you guys a couple of nuggets, but you have got to tune into the show tonight because it's going to delve deep and hit home about some of the stuff that we're going to talk about in a few minutes.
I'm so glad you said that, because we got to go deep and fast, because at 8:30 you can jump right into Delaina's show. And Delaina, if you have a second, when you get a chance, put all of that juicy information that you gave us into the chats, and we will come and find you, girl. We're gonna come and find you. So some folks are saying that they, you know, it's sporadic. They're not consistent at all. They can see the wagon in the distance. Y'all look at the pin question. I'm asking you, how consistent are you with your health goals? And I would love for you to share with us, Delaina, how you even got started with this work, because folks would think, folks who, you know, who look good, who are teaching us about health and wellness, that they've always had it together. So would you please let us know how you got into this work?
I'm going to tell you, it was, so again, I'm a nurse by profession, and it really was out of seeing women that were suffering from illnesses that were prevented if we had the knowledge and were able to put that knowledge into action. So that is what kickstarted my mission to say, I'm tired of seeing women in the hospital at the time when I was working in the hospital, and even when I was doing home health, just suffering from things that they shouldn't have been. And so I got angry about that. And so I began to do my research and really found out that it was because it was the lack of knowledge. And then even those that knew what they were at risk for or what they should have been doing, they were not instituting and or employing those things that they should have done. And so that made me angry as a nurse. You know, I felt like, yes, I had the training to help you and to make you feel better, but I shouldn't have to do that. And so I got on this mission, this, you know, decades long mission of changing the mindset for women that we do deserve. Like I started off the show saying, we deserve to be healthy at every stage of life. And so because of that, I started the Women's Wellness Lounge and began to just educate women. And the other thing, Trinae, say is women felt like back during that time, before we had Facebook and all of these communities, women were living in silos. And so we were suffering alone, and we didn't feel that the woman next to us, whether it was at work or in the grocery store, at church, was going through the same things that we were going through.
Wow.
So that's the other piece of it, is that there was not the community that we needed to tell us what we were doing wrong.
That is so good. So out of your profession, you ended up helping people be reactive, and you wanted to help them be proactive. I love that. Yeah, because we don't.
Those are health personalities.
Yeah.
So there are 5 health personalities that I'll
go ahead.
And it really ties right. You already know it. It's going to tie right into the consistency. So ladies, if any of you commented that you're somewhat consistent, that you kind of was on the bandwagon but fell off and the wagon kept going, or that you kind of got on a regimen and then life happened. So there are 5 health personalities that we all at some point either have been, or we desire to be, or that we are currently at. And that is, you're going to be either a reactive Rachel, a proactive Paula, a kickstart Karen, a do nothing Donna, or a did I say proactive Paula? So those are 5 different personalities that we all at some point embrace as it relates to our health. And so it's very important to know how you approach your health, and that will help you to determine how you become more consistent.
Yeah. So thank you for that, because I do agree with you that we have to know where we are. We got to literally know on the map. You got to say you are here.
Exactly.
You got to know where you are in order to get where you want to go. And someone has just quoted you. We allow our health challenges to force us into reactive regimens. And so we want to do better. Delaina, help us do better. Okay, how do we become more consistent? Because I'm not going to let you leave before we get the how. I got
we're going to get the how. I can't show up without giving you the how. I can't talk about y'all and then don't turn around and tell you how to be better.
Right. No, that's right.
I can't talk about you and then don't turn around and tell you how to be better. So how do we become more consistent? How do we stop looking for that instant gratification? Because that's usually what happens when we become inconsistent. So oftentimes we know that we need to make a change, right? We feel like we've maybe gained weight, or that we're not eating healthily, or that we're not exercising and moving more. You know, if we did a poll right now of all the ladies that were tuned in, I can guarantee you that 9 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, know what they're supposed to do. I know I shouldn't be eating this. I know I should be moving. I know I should get more sleep. You know, they know. We all pretty much at some point in time, those things that we should be doing really won't change. Some of the, you know, the logistics about how much or how little of those things we should be doing might shift over time, but we know consistently what we should be doing. The problem is in the doing. So here's how we change that. We change that by knowing what our outcome is first, you know? So oftentimes we'll say, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to do this and I want to do that. That is the outcome that you're hoping to achieve, but you need to put all the work and the meat and potatoes in the how. So when we start with the end in mind, we do better rather than jumping on a bandwagon, not knowing where it's going to lead us. And so because we do that, we don't see the result that we hope to gain when we first started. So we drop off quickly, very quickly. It takes 90 days, ladies, for us to see some type of lifestyle change. And I don't care whether that's with money, with weight, with relationships, with stopping smoking, anything.
Okay, hold up, Delaina, hold up. Because we've been told a lie in. We've been told a lie. Because you know we've heard 21 days. You just said 9. You just said 9.
I'm going to tell you what the 21 days come from.
Okay.
It takes 21 to 30 days before you develop a habit.
Okay.
60 days before you become consistent about that thing. And then 90 days before it's a lifestyle and you don't even think about it. That's where I want you to become. I want you to become in that lifestyle. So that's why anything that I do always has the word lifestyle attached to it, like Sugarless Lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. Once it becomes part of your lifestyle, regardless of whether you have a bad day, 2 bad days, a bad week, because it's your lifestyle, it will stay your foundation. You know, for me, it's part of my lifestyle. So even if I, you know, go 2, 3, 4 days without doing something consistently that I normally would do, because it's my lifestyle, it will be it will be part of my foundation, and I will easily find my way back to knowing what it is that I'm supposed to do. So that's the difference. Besides you thinking 21 days, anyone can, for 21 days, let's say I say to you, I want you to avoid sugar. You know how we see like those sugar-free, or maybe avoid bread, avoid, you know, white substances. We can do those consistently for 21 days because we're challenging ourselves to do something. But when we don't know the why attached to it, when we don't know the benefit attached to it, when we don't know what it will, you know, mean for our body in the end, we will abandon it quickly because we didn't sit with what we wanted the outcome to become. Instead, we just decided, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to stop eating bread, or stop drinking soda, or stop, you know, whatever that particular thing is. You never married into what that result or that outcome was going to be to begin with. You only challenged yourself to see if you could consistently do something for 21 days. And so likely you did, but you don't even know what the outcome was, what it meant for you, and where it was that you started and then ended up.
Yeah, that is so good. And you've gotten so many affirmations in the chat that is so revelatory to hear, because, and I agree with them, because I've done something for 2 or 3 weeks and, you know, hit that 21-day mark and still haven't necessarily become consistent. But there are certain things now, and I'll just list 2 of them. I call it my EPMD. So the way that I know that I'm supposed to get in exercise, prayer, meditation, and devotion, I've acronymed it. So exercise, prayer, meditation,
I remember that acronym. I absolutely love it.
So
I remember we were on the panel.
Absolutely. And so that helps me. So now it's a lifestyle for me. So like you said, it's so important. It's not that I get it done every single day, but I miss it when I don't get it done. I know it when I don't get it done. There's this pull toward it when I'm not getting it done, because it has moved beyond a habit. It has moved beyond consistency, and it's a part of my life. And so I miss it when it's not there. I love that analogy. Thank you for that. And so that will help us understand. I also love what you said about just having the end in mind and knowing the outcome. And, I think for a lot of us, courage to really just try to do something means that we value the outcome more than we value the difficult process to go through it to get to the outcome.
Absolutely.
And so I love.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Yeah, and that it. So the idea of keeping that in mind. So when it comes to this sugarless thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. Talk about your sugarless challenge, because many of us cannot imagine. Maybe we'll do it for a week. Maybe we'll do it for 10 days. Maybe 21 days. And so, what is the benefit of the sugarless challenge? What does it do for us, and why does that push us toward more consistency and lifestyle change?
Absolutely. So it really is a sugarless lifestyle. So I try not to call it a challenge, because again, like we were talking about earlier, it'll be just that you will challenge yourself to just commit to a shortened amount of time. With the lifestyle, I'm teaching you and showing you where sugar shows up in the places that aren't the obvious. So when you think of a challenge, most often, women will say, or people in general will say, okay, I will avoid the cakes, the pies, the cookies, the ice cream. Those are the obvious things where we know sugar is, those are sugar laden products. But with the sugarless lifestyle, it is helping you to understand that sugar is not in its original form that we're used to from 10 to 15 years ago. Every single product that is manufactured in a plant has some type of sugar byproduct in it. And so with the sugarless living and sugarless, lifestyle program, I'm teaching you to know better so that you can either make healthier swaps or have smaller portions of the things that you enjoy, knowing that there's sugar content in there. Because what happens is ladies get frustrated, and I'm using ladies as an analogy because especially for us with the hormones and, premenopausal, menopausal, and postmenopausal, our diets is so affected by the foods that we eat when we're going through that. And so sugar is one of the main staples. It's like the nucleus of what presents a challenge to us. And we get so frustrated feeling like we're doing all the right things, but we're not seeing the dial move on that scale in the direction that is pleasing to us. And likely it is because it's the foods that you're consuming that you are identifying as being healthy, when in actuality, when we peel back the onion or look at the labels, it really is not in your best interest to eat those particular foods. So when you talk about sugarless, I'm not just talking about avoiding the cookies, the cakes, the pies, the ice cream. Those are obvious. A 5-year-old knows to not eat so much of those. What I'm talking about is you really delving into the food that you're, consuming, and that's being labeled as healthy.
Wow. So I love that you focus in on the word lifestyle, and whether it's sugarless, whether it's exercising more, whether it's, watching what you eat, like you said, you named them all, sleeping better, we know the things we're supposed to do. And so to begin looking at it like, this is not just for 21 days. This is not just for 30 days. This is for my lifetime. I am now doing something so that I can live longer and incorporate it into what I do every day. And in order to do that, I guess I would love to make it really practical for folks before we move on to things that you have, that you can provide us, some of the resources that you the products and services that you provide, because I'm thinking about the things that have helped me become more consistent, right? For example, I watch a lot of nutrition documentaries. I listen to a lot of nutrition podcasts and health and wellness podcasts. podcasts. I pick up magazines. I read books. I try to really flood my system with positive information that would drown out anything that would be negative, that would feed me negative. And so that's just one thing that I do. I'm not just watching something mindlessly more often than not. All of us need a break from, thinking and just have some fun and relax.
Absolutely.
But even in my relaxation, I am finding things that are healthful for me to consume,
right.
In all of my gates, my ear gate, my eye gate,
Right.
and it helps
Absolutely.
affect what I eat and how I spend my day. Are there any other practical suggestions you have for us that we could do to just get on this consistent wagon and stay there and make it a lifestyle?
Absolutely. What you said is absolutely right. So I create outside of the Women's Wellness Lounge, and I created this tribe, a wellness tribe, where all I do is every day consistently pour out information about everything that you just said. So it's what you see, what you know. So it's kind of like that know, like, and trust factor almost, but this is more so for our wellness. So you want to follow someone who is not only practicing what they state, but providing you practical information as well, helping you along your particular walk as it relates to the wellness journey. So the She Is Well Wellness Tribe is a private community. Everything we talk about in there is private. I share in there at least 3 times a day. Not only am I sharing, we're having dialogue. We're talking about particular things that relate to what you are experiencing. If you want to have sidebar conversation one-on-one with me, ladies will inbox and say, this is my particular issue about what you posted today. I go live. We have lunchtime chats in the group that are just pretty much, us just having dialogue back and forth. So to your point, what I would say is the same way we do with anything else, you want to have a know, like, and trust factor with whoever you're seeking to get information from, but you must know that whatever you're doing, that it's for you. And so a lot of the work begins with a neck up checkup. And that is so that we're not playing mental gymnastics and we're not following things that aren't relevant to us. Again, this is so important. And I'll talk a lot more, you'll hear a lot more about this if you tune in after we finish tonight at my episode at 8:30. If you miss it, it'll be on for the replay. But I really dig deep into that. It is a whole process, ladies. And I don't want you to feel like, again, that it's just you. Am I the only one experiencing this? Absolutely not. It is a process. It's not something that we just wake up and say, I woke up like this, I'm flawless, I'm good, I'm this, I'm that. You have to really work at it and know that there are particular steps and that it is a process that you must go through. But the biggest thing is that you have to know that what you're doing is for you, and not because you scroll through Facebook or you thumb through Instagram and you saw something and thought, oh, if she can do it, I can do it. Or, oh, this is the result I can get. Absolutely not. You have to marry into that decision for what it is that you want to do, and know that it is real work that goes into that.
That is so good. I love that because, and right after this, I want you to share what your resources are, because some folks have said, that they love what you have shared. And because you said, you have to have the know and like factor, that the person you're connected to, where you're getting poured into, you really trust that
Absolutely.
that information source. And, we talked about it already. I love yoga. And so I found a place where I'm connected, that is a place for me. And so we've got to find places and people that speak to us, that pour into us, that allow us to connect on a deeper level than just information being transferred. And so I believe that about you, Delaina. You have, I've watched you work, so I know the magic that you can, and the transformations. Just go to her website. The transformations that she's allowed and helped people, supported people to do, because you have to do the work, but to have someone in your corner and connected to you to help you with that information means everything. So if you wouldn't mind, please share with us how we stay connected to you, if you are who we want to get connected to for this kind of consistent information.
Sure. Thank you so much. And I appreciate that. Yeah. It's that know, like, and trust thing is so important. You know, there's a lot of information oftentimes coming at you. And what happens is when we're fed up, we're fed up. And so emotionally we get to this place where we feel like we have to do something. And so some information may come out and we may act on that. So it's emotionally charged, but not necessarily coming from a place where, again, we are looking at that person as a know, like, and trust. Someone really has to be bought, you know, they have to buy into your success. They have to buy into you wanting to see you transform and wanting to see you be in a healthy place. So that's very important, you know. And if I'm not the person, I will say that I'm not the person, or I'm limited in that area. I think you should go and, you know, look for this person, or I'll connect you with someone who I know, like, and trust that will be able to help you. That's very important. The same way we do with our money or with things that we purchase. You know, you're not going to just shell out money to someone because they look nice or they look like they have a lot of money. You know, you want to make sure that that person is a good steward over it, and your health lends right up there with, you know, health is wealth. And so you can stay connected to me at DelainaWatkins.com is my website, where everything that I do is there. You can also find out more information about the tribe that I spoke about, the She Is Well Wellness Tribe, on there, but it's a private community on Facebook. Please look it up. Again, it's a group where I'm just in there sharing every day. You will get some type of aha nugget, a moment. You know, thank you, Delaina, for this. This was great. This was good. How did you know? Girl, why are you in my house? You talking about me? It's that kind of conversation. You know, that's the type of stuff that we share in the tribe. And it's me as well as the ladies amongst themselves sharing that information.
I thank you so much. What you've done is you've given us this sneak peek into a real conversation. You've given us some really practical tools to become more consistent, to see the outcome, to really connect ourselves with people that encourage us personally, that pour into us personally, and then to surround ourselves with positive information and to make it a lifestyle and go past the 21, go past the 30. Yes. And get into that 90 days. So much of a wealth of information. You have products and services, but you've even made yourself available in an open Facebook group. And so at 8:30, you all, literally as soon as we log off here, go follow Delaina right to her page.
Yes, go follow me.
Pick up right where we left off to start a conversation on her page. I am so grateful that you've been here with us. Thank you so much. Yes, the know, like, and trust factor is so important. It's important who you're connected to. And so if you are interested in getting connected to someone who is about lifestyle change and not about just a challenge or a diet or all of those things, you want to connect with Delaina today. And so thank you again, Delaina. I really appreciate you being here. I put your website in the chat. You're welcome to come back and add anything you'd like after your show is over. We appreciate you all being here. Come back and be with us again next Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we're here at 8 p.m. that we have a guest to give you a sneak peek into a real conversation with real women. Thank you again, girl.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your community. And thank you, ladies, for being so engaging.
Absolutely. Take care. Y'all have a wonderful evening.